Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Simon here with another episode of The Bad Batch Season 2. It's been a really good week for Star Wars. We got the Mandalorian trailer yesterday. And it was yesterday for me because of time zones. And, you know, that was a really kind of interesting look into the next season. I didn't react to it because I kind of just, I thought, well, you got enough reactions from people around the world. I'll save my reactions for the actual TV show. And, last week's episode of The Bad Batch was, great. I really loved that episode. I thought it was brilliant. We also got The Last of Us on Monday or Sunday. Again, you got to remember, if something comes out at night for you, then it's the next day for me. Likewise, this comes out at midnight for people. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning for me. It's midnight if you're on the West Coast. So, time zones, why do they have to exist? Because the planet is a globe, that's why. So, just dispelling any myths anyone might have. Sorry, I went off on a real tangent there. And it's because I'm pepped up, I'm hyped up, because yesterday I got an exciting email from Disney. And I can't say too much about it, but let's just say that they might want to feature, little old me in something in the future, which is only very small, but, still, it's kind of like, wow, you don't get emails from Disney every day. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store. But yeah, I mean, the format that we've had so far from The Bad Batch has kind of alternated between the main members of the group and Crosshair and the Imperial side. And I'm down for that being the format. You get 1 week seeing what the good guys are up to, and you get another week seeing what Crosshair and the Empire are up to. And, the last episode really focused on, I think, what a lot of the clones are going to be going through. And Cody kind of experienced it in a very rapid fashion. And, obviously, Order 66 is something that they had no control over. The inhibitor chips forced them into believing that order was justified and carrying it out. However, that does not extend to every aspect of their life now as an Imperial clone trooper. And so, when Cody tried out politics the old-fashioned way and realised that the Empire is not in the business of negotiating peace, they're in the business of oppressing people, then, things got very ugly, and, I think he very much lost his belief in the cause. Now, at the end of the episode, they'd say that he had gone AWOL, and I didn't think more of it until someone, in fact it was Elle, Gaddix, as you might know him in the comments, said to me, oh, do you think they've killed him off? Because we know that Rampart is not, partial to having people stick around who he thinks could cause him problems. So it's a very... We know that Star Wars is not a huge fan of keeping up with, sort of non-TV and non-movie canon. If something is in a book, or if something is in a comic book or a game, then, it's not necessarily hammered down as tightly as something that's been in a movie, or a TV show. So, it's possible. And now I'm worried for Cody. But, what can we do? But it was a really good episode. And again, I think they're trying to lean us more and more towards the idea that Crosshair will eventually turn on the Empire. He's a man alone. Even the most rigid and believing of fascists, will eventually have their breaking point when, the very thing that they, believe in tends to turn its back on them. And I've got Zuko here lying down right in front of me, and I can only see part of the screen. But you know what? Screw it. Let's watch the episode. Let's jump in and see what happens next.
You owe me 2 cartons of Mantel mix.
Not so fast.
Ugh.
More game. Double enough.
I want some Mantel mix.
Quit running up the power bill. It's time to get to work. I got another job for you.
They're even struggling with gas prices in the Star Wars universe.
I am beginning to understand the need for added security in a place like this.
Yeah.
Can be a little rough around the edges if you don't know what you do.
It's got a
But lucky for us,
sort of downtown
play around. And things
Detroit
get
feel to it.
That's where you come in. Whoa! It's called riot racing.
Riot racing? Oh. I was going to say, give us pod racing. That's what I really want.
Did you see that?
I mean, this is still good. Oh, he's a droid.
Boss lady. Did you enjoy the show? It's impressive, wasn't it?
He's a very interesting droid.
Is a droid.
I'm so sorry. You have a problem.
I can't get over his chest plate. Either he's giving me the middle finger, or that's a dick and balls.
Calculation to a seat, spectacled spectator.
That's the guy who voices Sonic.
Spectacle spectator.
Cittering Scaleback.
Uh-oh.
It's been
Here's
a
the main
long
rival.
time since I've seen your shiny claws around Safatoma.
Oh. He's Discount Sebulba.
You do not want to know.
Business. And we've got a race to win.
Were they lovers at one point? Could you imagine the babies? Oh. That's a battle droid. And what? A protocol droid? Is this just like... I mean, it's not all droids, obviously, but... Jesus. Okay. You know what'd be funny? If just Teo crashed and burned. I mean, that's as good as blowing up. He fell out and smashed apart.
Hey, about Teo! Or most of them.
Maybe we can put
Okay.
it back together.
I'm here to collect Sid.
Well, we're not done yet.
Jay's gonna race.
Looks like you're done to me.
One last race.
Double or nothing.
Win, we pay you double.
And I keep Sid as collateral.
Oh, good. He's a slave trader. This planet seems entirely hospitable.
For your sakes.
I am more than capable. I am ready to.
Where are my arms and legs? That should be all of it.
Why not just...
No, that's not how you connect the servo.
Problematic pattern.
Surely this would be enough to buy their freedom.
Did you forget you're working on me? Because it seems like you're just having a conversation about nonsense over there. How about a little less
Shut up, Teo.
spanner, a little more spanner?
I don't like you.
To old times.
Not interested in old times.
I think they were a couple.
Busters like us never change. Sooner.
It is fascinating.
The death trap tunnel is going to be the best way, isn't it?
Human, calculations won't help you. It is
You
all
do not
about
know who you're
strategy
talking to.
and open your eyes, human. If you want to win out there, offense is the best.
Thank you. Yes. Thank God for that. And now Omega is going to be the one who has to race.
We have to do something.
Throw the kid in the cockpit.
I will be the racer.
Oh, okay.
What? What? He's not joking.
Yeah, he's not. I like that they are focusing more on tech this season. Oh, we got a lot of Hunter and Wrecker last season. That is his name. Imagine the headlines. Former clone trooper wins race on obscure Outer Rim planet. Empire immediately shows up.
Tech, you gotta be in front to win.
It's called strategy.
No, it's
Yeah.
called losing.
Let the man focus. Yeah, it's proper techno beats here.
I need more speed.
He has a need for speed.
Tech's coming in.
Uh-oh. Woo!
That worked. I now have increased speed and maneuverability.
Let's do it. Yeah, get him to follow you. Yeah. Roll over it. Yeah, roll over it. There you go. He doesn't have the speed. Bye-bye. Yeah, they're going to try the old trick. He's going to dodge it. Nice. Yeah. I don't know if this counts, but does that mean Anakin's not the only human that can do pod racing? Because they are technically pods. They're just called riot racing. Uh-oh.
Well, I guess I owe you one.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would
you
agree.
do.
That loyalty is admirable. But with Sid, it doesn't always go both ways.
Ooh.
Watch your back.
Ooh, planting seeds of doubt. So, that was a very kind of, what I would call fluffy episode, but there is, you know, some important points that it's kind of trying to raise here. So I'm just leveling up my webcam. There we go. Obviously, at the very end there, they are trying to plant some seeds of doubt over whether the group can trust Sid. And I mean, let's face it, she kind of has them in a position whereby, you know, she's using them as indentured servants. And even when, you know, they get her out of all kinds of tricky situations, she's still kind of holding on to their coattails to, you know, use them. And so, you know, she's definitely not a good person. And I think they would be right to heed, you know, that guy's warning. And in my mind, the canon is that they used to be lovers. Sid and that guy used to be, like, you know, married. And then it went spectacularly wrong. And, you know, she's been scorned. But, you know, again, this episode had a lot of vibes of Attack of the Clones to me. You know, obviously, they're trying to replicate the pod race from the Phantom Menace in a different way, in like a more kind of urban environments, and that's where the Attack of the Clones vibes really came from. You know, seeing like the holograms and all that, and the droids. You know, there was some weird kind of droid references as well here. You know, we obviously had like a commando droid. We had a B1 battle droid. We had a B1 battle droid with its head attached to the body of an astromech. Not an astromech, a protocol droid. We had a protocol droid. And then, you know, whatever Teo was, I'm not sure. He was annoying. And I think it was Ben Schwartz, I think is his name. The guy who voices Sonic was Teo's voice actor. And he does have a very annoying... he has an ability to sound and come across as very annoying. Jump down, Zuko. But yeah, you know, the music as well kind of was giving me really kind of techno vibes, and you know, again reminded me of when Anakin and Obi-Wan were, hey, don't bite, what are you doing? Someone's in a bit of a mood this morning. Reminded me very much of, you know, the chase between the assassin Zam and Obi-Wan and Anakin, you know, through Coruscant. That had a very kind of unique vibe when it comes to, you know, the music and the sound effects. And that's kind of what I was getting a little bit from the music here. Look, he's absolutely fine. In 1 minute, he's biting my hand for trying to, you know, not make him step on the keyboard. And now he's all like, give me love. Give me scritches. You know? This is the way of owning a cat. So, yeah, I mean, a fun episode. I like, again, that they are focusing more on tech, you know, this season, because, you know, I want him to be more than just the geeky, you know, guy who's good with maths and science. And, you know, here we saw that he can race. You know, so I thought for a second they were going to throw Omega into the cockpit, and I was like, they really are trying to make her a bit like, you know, Anakin, aren't they? But it wasn't to be. Took a different turn. But yeah, a nice little fluffy episode. So thank you for watching anyway. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you for the next episode.